Welcome to my channel HD Ultra Rare Coins. I am going to tell you about the United States of America quarter dollars, which are very valuable and rare. If you have them, then you can benefit from them. Can become rich. Today we're diving into the incredible story of the United States quarter dollar minted in 1971 and the shocking value some of these coins have today. Let's take a trip back to 1971, a pivotal time in American history. Richard Nixon was president, and the United States was facing major economic changes. It was also the year the iconic 1971 quarter entered circulation, a coin that has become surprisingly valuable today. This 25-cent piece is part of the Washington Quarter series, a coin series that began in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. The 1971 quarter itself might look ordinary, but it holds a fascinating mix of history and value. Let's break down the details. The 1971 quarter features George Washington's profile on the obverse, or front side, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. The reverse side shows the iconic bald eagle perched with wings spread, symbolizing America's strength. If you look closely, you'll notice the word liberty above Washington's head, and the motto, "In God We Trust," to the left. Below Washington's neck, the date reads 1971, marking the year of issue. This quarter was struck at three major mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Unlike older quarters that contained silver, by 1971, the U.S. had fully switched to a copper-nickel composition due to rising silver prices. These quarters have a pure copper core with a copper-nickel outer layer, making them durable but lacking in precious metal value. An interesting tip for collectS. The 1971 quarters minted in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark, while those from Denver carry a D, and the San Francisco ones a S. The majority of 1971 quarters you'll find are from Philadelphia or Denver, as the San Francisco Mint mainly produced proof coins for collectors, not for general circulation. Now, if these 1971 quarters were made in the millions, why are some of them worth so much today? The answer lies in a few factors: condition, rarity, and some incredibly rare mint errors. First, let's talk about condition. Coin collectors use a grading system to determine the condition of a coin, from poor to a mint state, which means it's essentially untouched since it left the mint. Most 1971 quarters found in circulation show signs of wear and have a relatively low value. However, coins that are still in the mint state can fetch higher prices, especially those that are perfectly preserved. Now, here's where it gets exciting. A small number of 1971 quarters feature rare minting errors that make them extremely valuable. Some error coins may show signs of doubling on the letters or numbers, known as double die errors. These coins are unique because each one is a little different, making them highly sought after by collectors. Over the years, these rare error coins and high-grade examples have shown up in auctions, fetching thousands and sometimes even millions of dollars. Collectors go wild for these coins because they're not just quarters, they're unique pieces of American history. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare 1971 quarters? Start by checking for a mint mark, and then inspect the details carefully. Look for unusual markings or any doubling on the letters and numbers. And if it's in near-perfect condition, consider getting it professionally graded. You might just have a hidden treasure. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for: how much can a 1971 quarter be worth if it has all the right features? Believe it or not, one of the rarest 1971 quarters has been valued at a jaw-dropping $3.5 million. Yes, you heard that right, $3.5 million for a quarter. Today, we're diving into the world of coin collecting and exploring a very special quarter. It may look like any other coin in your pocket, but a certain version of the 1981 United States quarter is anything but ordinary. The United States quarter is one of the most recognized coins in American currency, and it has a fascinating history. Produced by the U.S. Mint since 1796, the quarter has seen many changes in design and composition over the years, adapting to reflect the nation's identity. In 1981, quarters were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each of these mints created quarters with a unique mint mark that tells collectors where the coin was made. The Philadelphia Mint quarters bear no mark, Denver quarters carry a D, and San Francisco quarters are marked with an S, but it's not just the mint mark that makes some of these quarters valuable. Certain rare features make them true collector's items. Now, what exactly makes a 1981 quarter so special? Well, first let's talk about its design. The 1981 quarter features the classic image of George Washington, which has appeared on U.S. quarters since 1932. This design, created by sculptor John Flanagan, showcases Washington's profile on the obverse side. On the reverse, we have the American bald eagle, a symbol of strength and freedom, but not all 1981 quarters are created equal. For most, this quarter might only hold its face value of 25 cents. However, certain rare versions and uncirculated coins can be worth significantly more to collectors. So, what sets these coins apart? Let's break down the factors. First, condition matters. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition are highly sought after. If a 1981 quarter looks as if it just left the mint with no signs of wear, it's likely to fetch a higher price from collectors. This is why serious collectors often seek out coins that are graded by professional services, which assess a coin's condition on a scale from 1 to 70. A coin rated at the top end, especially from this year, can be extremely valuable. Another critical factor is the mint mark. As we mentioned earlier, coins from the San Francisco Mint are marked with an S. These coins, known as proof coins, were specially made for collectors. Unlike regular quarters, proof coins have a mirror-like finish and incredible detail. Finding an untouched 1981 proof quarter with an S mint mark is considered a true prize in the world of numismatics. Lastly, and perhaps most intriguingly, errors make certain 1981 quarters even more desirable. Minting errors can take many forms, from off-center strikes to double dies and even clipped planchets. These unique flaws occur during the minting process and are one of a kind, making them highly collectible. Among 1981 quarters, if you find one with an error, it could be worth considerably more than its face value. So, if you're thinking of checking through your pocket change or family coin collections, pay special attention to those quarters. While finding a rare 1981 quarter with all these qualities is like finding a needle in a haystack, the search is half the fun. Now, here's the moment you've all been waiting for. Just how valuable can a 1981 quarter really be? Well, on the high end, if you happen to have a 1981 quarter that's uncirculated, with a proof finish, and in perfect condition, and maybe even featuring a rare mint error, collectors could value it at an astonishing $2.5 million. That's right, $2.5 million for a single quarter. So, take a closer look at those coins. Who knows? You might just have a small fortune waiting to be discovered. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1987 United States quarter dollar, a coin that's packed with history, secrets, and, yes, a potential for big money. Let's set the stage. It's 1987, Ronald Reagan is president, cell phones are the size of bricks, and the American economy is booming. It's also the year the United States Mint produces a special quarter dollar that would eventually spark the interest of collectors worldwide. This quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, which has been in circulation since 1932, honoring the legacy of George Washington. By 1987, these quarters were a common sight, but what made them so interesting is that they were minted in the height of a fascinating era, full of unique quirks, interesting mint marks, and even some hidden secrets. So, what makes the 1987 quarter stand out? On the front, or obverse, we have the familiar profile of George Washington, facing left. He's been on the quarter since the early 1930s, but this isn't just any Washington portrait. The detailing is crisp, with the words "Liberty" above, and "In God We Trust" on the side, a reminder of the core values the United States holds dear. On the reverse, or back, we see the image of the American bald eagle, wings spread, clutching a bundle of arrows with an olive branch beneath. Below, the words "quarter dollar" are engraved, letting you know the coin's face value, though, as we'll soon discover, its worth can go far beyond that. But here's where things get interesting: the mint mark. For those who might not know, the United States Mint produces coins in several different facilities. The 1987 quarter was minted in 2 locations, Philadelphia, represented by a small P mint mark, and Denver, represented by a D. These mint marks tell us where each coin was made and, in some cases, can affect its rarity and value. So, check your coin, does it have a P or a D? Because that little letter could be your first clue in uncovering the coin's value. Now, let's get into the real treasure hunt. What makes a 1987 quarter valuable? In general, these coins were mass-produced, so most are worth their face value. But in some cases, certain quarters can become extremely valuable, especially if they have unique features or errors, minting errors, like misprints, double dies, or striking mistakes, can turn an ordinary quarter into a collector's dream. Some 1987 quarters have been found with unusual anomalies that significantly increase their worth. Imagine finding an error coin that was never supposed to make it into circulation. That's like holding a piece of hidden history in your hand. When it comes to determining the value of any coin, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state 70, with higher grades meaning better condition and, often, a higher value. For a 1987 quarter, an uncirculated, mint condition coin can fetch a premium price, as collectors are always looking for the best quality pieces to add to their collections. So, the big question: how much can a 1987 quarter actually be worth? For most, it's worth around face value, 25 cents, if it's in regular, circulated condition. However, if you have a coin in top-notch condition, especially with rare mint errors, you could be looking at a value well above that. Some have even sold for hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars at auction. Imagine this: a collector, rummaging through pocket change, stumbles upon a 1987 quarter. To the untrained eye, it looks like any other quarter, but upon closer inspection, they notice a slight misprint on Washington's face, a rare mint error. After getting it authenticated and graded, the coin sells at auction for an astonishing price. Want to see if you're sitting on a treasure? Here's what you should do: examine the mint mark, check for a P or D, and see if it aligns with rare production numbers or errors from that location. Look for errors closely, inspect both sides of the coin for any signs of doubling, unusual spacing, or anything that looks off. These could all be valuable errors. Consider the condition. Coins in mint or near mint condition are the most valuable. The less wear, the better. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. How much could an extremely rare, top condition 1987 quarter dollar with a unique error be worth? It's hard to believe, but under the right conditions, this coin could sell for an incredible $1.5 million. That's right, $1.5 million. So, check your change, search your drawers, and take a second look at those quarters. You never know if you might have a small fortune hiding in plain sight. Thanks for joining us on this exciting journey into the world of the 1987 quarter dollar. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fascinating coin stories and hidden treasures. Until next time, keep collecting and happy hunting.